welcome to another edition of Alien Investigations. I'm your host, Steven, and I've got Dave Meyer from Illinois joining me once again.
Hey.
Hey, Dave, it's good to see you, man. It's been a while.
Likewise, yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, we have not thrown down in a game of X-Files CCG in quite a while. It's been a bit of a dry spell on my end. But tell me, what's been going on as of late? What are your hobby updates?
Not much, really. Actually, I saw Ant-Man today. That was my hobby update.
Oh yeah, no spoilers because I don't want to get canceled because of spoilers.
There's an Ant-Man in it. And I played some Massive Darkness 2. Yeah, all right. I've got Massive Darkness 2. I just got that to the table, but I've just learned how to play that. But we just started playing that. It's one of Katie's favorites games. So
yeah, so lots been going on in the world of X-Files. Most obviously, the 30-year anniversary of the show is taking place this September. Yeah. So Mike and I, along with David May, David Frank, and Mike Mackey, will all be converging on Bloomington, Minnesota, to put on a tournament for the X-Files Collectible Card Game. Really, really excited to be going up there, and in a lot of ways, like the things we've got planned, it's gonna feel like almost like, even though it doesn't have a milestone anniversary number to tag to it, but it's really like for the game itself and its history. I think what we're gonna do just feels like it's something that you would find in the annals of the X-Files CCG if you go back and read it like years down the line, that this would be at the very least a footnote in it, if not worthy of a mention somewhere in the pages of that. So yeah, it's going to be big. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to try to do. And yeah, I'm really honored to be part of it. I can't wait to get there. And so, yeah, Dave, I hope to see you there if you can make it. I know, as you were telling me beforehand, that, it's a lot of logistics to iron out. And if I haven't mentioned it before, Dave Meyer is the host of the Anonymous Tabletop Podcast. So for that reason, he too has to venture to conventions now and again.
We're going to be at Adepticon. We do our live recording at Adepticon every year. It's kind of our annual one time we record live and in public, and it's just usually we get the chance to record, talk to a bunch of friends of ours. We've got friends coming in from all over the world. We've got German painters, French painters. We've got one guy comes in from Japan, and they just come in, and they got a guy in the UK who comes in. We literally just open the door and say, it's a live recording. Come on in. We've got tequila.
I just want to strongly caution you to go easy on the Malort this time.
No, yeah, we're actually putting a no Malort sign on the door this time, because that was a bad experiment.
And if you guys are wondering what this reference to Malort has to do with anything, I strongly recommend to listen to the Anonymous Tabletop Podcast. It is fantastic. So Shut Up and Take My Money is a segment that I would like to bring to the fore to point out what we've got coming up in the world of the X-Files Collectible Card Game, specifically with regards to my unofficial Season 4 expansion, which is available to order through our custom card maestro, Dax Golding, over in the UK.
Why does this sound familiar? What's wrong with this? This is not how this usually goes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I shenanigans here. I feel like I have been abducted and forced to do something against my will. I have to do this on Sunday. I don't want to do it again today. What are you doing to me?
It's going to feel like deja vu by that point.
No kidding.
So, we will be holding a live opening of the first complete Season 4 expansion, which I have right here, still sealed in the delivery package, that I will open this Sunday. I will open it so you can see exactly what you're going to get should you decide to place an order to get a set of your own. And again, I want to emphasize, he and I and everyone involved in these expansions are not making a single solitary cent with regards to these expansions. We are making zero scratch. Yeah. The only thing you are paying for is the cost of printing and shipping, and that is going to the printer, which is based out of China. So yeah, they're the only ones who are making bank on this, not us. We are doing this purely for the love of the game.
I'm going to pull a Tim here. You know what's going to happen here.
What's that?
This is not going to be out before that. So you're going to be... You're looking into the future there, sir. You can't do this. You can't tell people like in the future to look into the past. It doesn't work that way.
Well, if they're watching all these episodes like years from now, it's like, you know, the timeline won't really matter by that point.
True, but then again, that other episode, that unboxing episode, is going to appear on your channel before this one, so you can't go in chronological order. It doesn't work that way.
It really doesn't.
You broke the continuum,
right? So wrapping up, shut up and take my money before we go off on another derail. So again, we'll be doing a live unboxing of this this coming Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is noon Pacific Standard Time.
Cool. So all you fellow time travelers, go into the past and go watch that unboxing. When you see this video, you go backwards and go watch that video because it's going to come out before this one.
Oh, yeah.
Just to give you a little heads up. If you build it, they will come.
Well said. And you do have a pretty good following, and I know only because I have a listener number that you assign to new listeners, and mine is, if I'm not mistaken, it is 1013. So that does mean you have at least 1,012 other listeners as well, right?
Oh, that would be a lie. Usually, yes. I've given you a random number, sir. You got that random. It might have some significance to you. I have no idea why you would like 1013.
1013.
Yeah, I have no idea why you'd like that. But it was random. I picked it out of a hat. I didn't even think about it. It was an afterthought. This is how I treat our listeners.
Yeah, so 1013. Yeah, that doesn't have any special meaning for me.
The listeners who get numbers, whatever. I got a guy who's got two numbers. He got 16 and 28. That's just because he's that awesome. He comes to every Adepticon recording. I'm probably going to give him another number this year. We've got Dev is officially number one. He has to be number one.
Gotta be. He puts in way too much work for that.
He does not put any work. Don't let I don't care. He's not going to watch this either. So he barely listens to the podcast when he decides to edit. Like me, I edit. He does not edit. What he does is he puts in bumpers and he says, "This is Dev. Welcome to Freebooters Network." And blah, 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 blah. He does that, and then he puts in some commercials and calls it editing. And I'm like, I need 3 weeks to do that. I'm like, no, you don't. Just get your ass off the ground and go do something. So
that's more than my editor does for my episodes. Good Lord, you're getting a lot out of him. Actually, my editor Kev, which is who's just popping up every once in a while. Yep, that's you right there, Kev. Yep, I see you. Yep, why don't you do all that for this channel?
Kev and Dev need to hang out a little bit. They commiserate about trying to hold the talent in, please. This is what pays for our Bentleys.
Yeah, Kev, what am I paying you for? Get back to work.
Give him donuts. Kev and Devs like donuts. So if you'd like to go on to segment 2 and actually play a game here, we'll go ahead and do that. How about that?
Yeah, I think so. We are going to be playing yet another game of the X-Files Collectible Card Game, and Dave and I are going to be including cards from the Premier Edition, the Truth Is Out There Edition, the 1013 expansion, and a few promos. But Dave, I noticed you have a little sign in the corner there below your I Want to Leave poster. You're not
supposed to see that. You're not supposed to...
Yeah, I'm curious about that. Does that by chance have anything to do with the particular deck that you're going to be using tonight? Is that by chance a theme?
Possibly, yeah. Considering you've already played all the 97 decks, and the only one that I did any damage was the one you didn't record, so...
I do want to point that out, ladies and gentlemen. We have, up to this point, Dave and I have recorded 5 games, and if memory serves, he has bested me in 2, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. You won the first one, I won the second one, and I won the second one.
You won it handily.
The third one you had taken. I had taken the fourth, which is our sealed deck, and then the last of the 97 decks was the 5th one.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about this deck that you got, since it seems that there is a working theme to it.
Just a tiny one. It was more of something I thought of because I hadn't built a deck in a while. But this one, I figured, special occasion, some weird cross promotion type thing going on.
Again, I don't know what you're talking about. This is how every episode of this channel runs.
Yeah, that's how it goes. But so what I did is I built something called the Dead Man's Party, and I kind of like theme decks if I can play around with them. And I have created the Dead Man's Party. And first of all, our favorite agent is, of course, we've got this Agent Weiss. Agent Weiss is out there. He's number 1 out there. Number 2, Agent Jack Willis. He's out there. Now let's put that guys over there. We got number 3. Hey, look, it's Reggie Purdue. Agent Reggie Purdue. And I bet you're seeing a theme here.
I'm starting to. Who's your last guy?
Agent LaManna. And last but not least, we have Special Chief Scott Blevins, or Section Chief Scott Blevins. Oh, he doesn't get a beat.
If I'm not mistaken, every one of those characters in the show has perished in the course of the series run, and particularly the 4 agents, excluding Blevins, have actually a dedicated killer card.
They do.
That would remove them from the game.
I could have called them the Suicide Squad too, but I didn't do that because Dead Man's Party is even better, because I was a big Oingo Boingo fan when I was growing up. And if any of you young whippersnackers know nothing about Oingo Boingo, go listen to it, because that was Danny Elfman before he started doing Beetlejuice.
Well, this is a good selection. I like it. It's very inventive. And especially with regards to Agent Weiss, because we generally do not see him appear very often.
But you know what? It is nice because the cards themselves allow you to you can go and dig in for the sites if you need them. That's what I like about that.
That is very true, because 3 of those agents allow you to go in to get an affiliation, a method, and a results site. So yeah, if you're running low on sites in the course of the game, that is going to prove especially handy. Yeah, Blevins is a good addition. I mean, he doesn't perish until way later in the series, but...
Hey, I didn't say they had to die soon. I said they just had to die.
No, but he doesn't have a killer card yet devoted to him, but that's not to say he won't have one in, say, maybe a Season 5 expansion, if that one ever gets put to, playtesting, and maybe that will happen in the year to come. We shall see.
Well, we can hope. We can hope.
All right, so now that we've got Dave's team introduced, we'll take a look over at who his agents are going to be going toe-to-toe with this evening. I've got with me Dana Scully. I should point out this is not just the regular Agent Dana Scully. It is the GenCon Dana Scully. Sans the agent in the title, so can't help but take an opportunity to flex that particular card whenever I get a chance. And joining GenCon Scully in this matchup will be her buddy, who's quite a dick, Agent Tom Colton, Agent Nancy Spiller, Agent Jerry LaManna, and my favorite agent, who I would be remiss to exclude from any team, Detective Manners.
Ah, your crutch, man, your crutch.
He is a crutch, but he certainly works quite well. In fact, I have it on good authority that actor Larry Musser, who is going to be appearing at Philefest this September, you can rest assured that if I get the chance, I will take every single Manners card with me, and I will come back with a horde of signed Manners cards. And I will be flexing those signed Manners cards in every game from that point forward. You better believe it. So, Dave, are we ready to figure out who's going to go first?
Sure, let's go.
I got my 2 tokens here.
Yep.
You draw this one. If you draw this one, you're going to be the investigating player to start out. If you draw this one, you're going to be the conspiracy player to start out. So, Tell me, which hand is it going to be?
Left.
My left?
Stage left. Well, you're
Stage
left.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's the left. That's the left. I'm the one who hasn't been drinking beers tonight.
I know.
You're going to be starting off as the investigating player this evening, my friend. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we are a go. Let us draw our 7, Dave.
We will draw our 7. I am just lining my agents up appropriately so my old man eyes can see them when I need to. You don't have to see them. You know them all by heart. I have to actually look at things.
Did you draw that free card already?
I did. I drove out.
All right.
That was my 8.
We are in the briefing phase now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, so I've got my 2. I'm going to get 2 for Blevins because Blevins is hanging out in the... He's still out here in the Bureau. I've got 1 for Lamanna, 1 for Purdue, 1 for Willis, whoops, and I've got 1 for Lamanna, or for Weiss. So look at that. Look at all that. Look at all those resources. They're all
nice.
Like a super duper resource party over here. Let's see. I am not going to buy anything. So I'm
not going to buy anything.
Huh? Sell your stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see what I got here. Yeah, I need some stuff here. So why don't we do this? I'm going to sell Hell Money for 4 and Victor Klemper for 3. And that's going to take my conspiracy pool up from 5 to 12. And of that 12, I think I'm going to buy 5 cards. And that's going to take my conspiracy pool down from 12 to 7. Back to you, my friend.
Okay, hang on. I have to turn this over. So sorry, you get to see the number 6 now versus Dead Man's Party, because that's where my cheat sheet is for all my stuff. Because until I know what the heck I'm doing, I have absolutely no idea what they're good at. So.
So as we enter the healing phase, I take it your agents are in top-notch form, right?
Top-notch field. They don't need anything.
Everyone's passed their physicals, right?
They are. They have all passed their physicals. Yes.
Which that's good. That is comforting to know, considering this is a dead man's party after all.
They're not dead yet.
All right. So are you going to requisition any equipment to them before you send them out to the field?
You know better than to ask that question. Do I requisite? The only person
I should. Yeah.
Anything to is Blevins. But no requisitions for me. I usually just burn all my... I took that from David May. You burn. That's the way it works. You burn everything.
Oops. I don't know how I got a 6 on there.
I know. You're already trying to take advantage of a drunk man.
Have you deployed them yet?
No, well... Officially not yet, but here, let's put them. We'll put them out here. All
right. So everyone but Blevins is heading out.
Oh, of course. It's a road trip. It's a buddy. It's like a buddy cop movie. Everyone shows. They all hang out with each other, go eat donuts, drink beers, stuff like that. So, all right, they are deployed.
And so we're going to head into case assignment next.
Yep.
Where by chance is their destination, Dave?
Well,
where are they going
to attempt to go to Central Prison in Raleigh, North Carolina.
The governor and the Supreme Court of North Carolina do not intend to make a deal with a mass murderer, especially one who I know is orchestrating a capital offense 2 days before his capital punishment.
Yes, sir.
The only thing Boggs will get from me is a timely death. That's an overdue one at that.
Occult Investigation 5 or Criminal Investigation 5, and I can ask a motive question or a method of the question, and if it is possession, I get to do it for 4. And I'm going to go also to Newark, New Jersey, so I will play 3 to pay those 2 out there. And Newark, New Jersey, of course, is an evidence collection 4+, and I can ask a method question.
What part of the sewer was I in?
That'd be one of the older sections, big 8-foot tunnels.
It looked more like a catacomb than a sewer line.
Yep, all the new sections are concrete pipe, not much of it bigger than 24 inches.
And all the sewage comes through this plant?
560,000 people a day call my office on the porcelain telephone.
All right, so I'm going to put 1 bluff on each site.
Got it.
This one here, let me check. This one is going to be for... Central Prison, and this one is going to be for what's the other one?
Newark, New Jersey.
Okay, so this one's going to be for Central Prison. This one's going to be for Newark, New Jersey.
Alrighty.
So let's head into the investigation phase, and how will you be assigning those agents, Dave?
We're sending them all to Newark.
They're all going to Newark, huh?
They are all going to Newark.
So tell us about their evidence collection skills, since that's what they'll be needing to apply to this particular site.
All right, their evidence collection on this is actually 7.
Who's got what?
Lamanna. Okay, you're gonna ask that question. Lamanna has 1. Purdue has 2. Looks like Willis has 2. And Weiss has 2.
Excellent. I'm putting those eyes of yours to the test.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm sitting in a dark room with glasses, and I'm coming up on 50. That's not exactly nice of you.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and reveal that bluff, and you're going to be breathing a sigh of relief when you see it's a pretty innocuous bluff. For it is Intruder Countermeasures Program. And that, having been face down, will cost me 0 because, again, it was a face down bluff and it only costs 1.
File opened.
Intruder Countermeasures Program, I will play to add 2 to my conspiracy pool immediately. So that's going to take it up from 7 to 9.
Got it.
All right. And so at this point, you are free and clear to investigate that site, unless I've got something I wish to throw down. So with that, I'm going to play 1 breath for 4, and that's going to take my conspiracy pool down from 9 to 5. And 1 breath, Dave.
I'm going to cause you a little bit of frohickey panic there.
Darn it.
I played upon myself, but I get to play that frohickey to stop that event from happening.
Yes, you do.
Yes. The woman who runs the zoo has a gorilla that knows sign language, supposedly with a vocabulary of 1,000 words.
If that's the lovely Agent Scully, let her know I've been working out. I'm buff.
And unfortunately, because your frohickey came in at just the right moment to stop my plans, I am left without anything else to lob your way. Well done. So, yeah, I've got nothing else I can stop you. You are free to ask away.
Method question. All right, method. Oh, actually, where's my other old man cheat sheet? There it is. We're going to go with subterfuge.
Ask me the question.
Is your method subterfuge?
My X-Files method is not subterfuge.
Not subterfuge. All right.
And I'm going to set this bluff off to the side here because perhaps you will decide you want to visit at a later date. Well done. Let's head into debriefing. Are you going to be discarding any cards?
I am currently at 5.
Yep, and I'm capped at 7 as well, and I'm going to hang on to all of them for the time being. All right, so with that, we'll pass it back to me, and I will draw a free card to start a new round. We are looking at my agent's res at this point to assess how much they will be able to contribute to this party. Dana Scully has 2. Tom Colton has 2. Nancy Spiller has 1. Jerry Lamanna has 1. And regrettably, Detective Manners has 0. So with that 6, it will take my resource pool up from 5 to 11. And I think I will draw 3 cards.
Where did you go with your...
Which will take my resource pool down from 11 to 8.
8.
Over to you, Dave.
I will stay with what I have.
You'll be staying? Mm-hmm. All right. All right. So as we head into the healing phase, they are in top-notch health. No healing necessary. For requisition, I did not draw any equipment cards, so I've got nothing to requisition at this point. All right. I forgot to do this earlier, but I'll just do it now but we're already out of the briefing phase. Sure. Before we head into deployment, I'm going to play Friend in the FBI because I forgot to, because I had so many cards in my hand, I forgot that was there.
I know how badly,
Very badly, you want to look through that window, but it would be pointless. It's dead. After the Roswell incident in 1947, even at the brink of the Cold War, there was an ultra-secret conference attended by the United States, the Soviet Union, the People's Republic of China, Britain, both Germanys, France, and it was agreed that should any extraterrestrial biological entity survive a crash, the country that held that being would be responsible for its extermination.
For any of the FBI, play this card in the Bureau. Place 10 tokens on this card. During your briefing phase, you may take up to 2 tokens from this card and place them in your resource pool. The tokens become resource tokens. When all tokens have been removed, discard this card, and I'll be paying 2 for that card. And I'm going to take 10 tokens from my pool of tokens to add to that lovely card. I usually play this one in the briefing phase, but I just forgot to do that.
That's okay.
So, for deployment, we'll be sending everyone out into the field.
It's party.
Yeah, everyone's getting some fresh air time. So, for case assignment, we'll be sending the team to the Eurisco building in Crystal City, Virginia. This is a multi-site, Dave, with the keywords multi, method, result, computer, and bureaucracy. And because this card has the keyword computer, I'm going to use Nancy Spiller's token to pay for it.
All right. Well, I'm going to put 1 bluff there. 1 bluff.
1 bluff, huh? All right. I'm going to use one of Scully's tokens to take a look at that bluff. Show me what you're working with there.
I am looking at a little bit of a Detective Tony Fiore.
Detective Fiore, huh?
So
all right.
Actually, Scully looking at it is I don't have to pay for it yet, right?
No, not until we send the agents to the site in the investigation phase, which is coming right up.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you can flip it right back over.
All right, will do.
All right, so now
I still get it for 1 less, so that's good.
Yep, yeah. All right, so with knowing what that bluff is, let's head into the investigation phase.
Okay.
And I will be sending all 5 of my agents to that site. And we will be applying their bureaucracy skills to the prerequisite of Bureaucracy 5, of which Agent Tom Colton has 1, Nancy Spiller has 2, Jerry LaManna has 2, for a total of 5. And this is the point where you'd flip over that bluff, though I already know what it is.
I will play by 1 to that, and then that says 2 at random.
2 at random. However, because I really am fond of the cards that I'm holding, Dave, I'm going to play Langley for 2.
Langley.
And Langley, for the low cost of 2, is going to force 1 bluff attached to a site to be discarded.
Check it out, Mulder. I had breakfast with the guy who shot John F. Kennedy.
Is that so?
Old dude now, but yeah. Says he was dressed as a cop on the grassy knoll.
So, sorry, Fury, you're out of here, buddy.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah, so you're chipping away at my resource pool, which means I might have a difficult time to stop whatever else you got for me.
You're a federal agency. You don't have to worry about resources. We're going to see if you have anything else in that resource pool that will... See, remember we were talking about Squeeze.
We're talking about Squeeze.
And so Squeeze is going to come visit. And, of course, he does his thing because he's Squeezy.
Squeeze, tell me a little bit about that particular gentleman.
Squeezy. Squeeze is he is a method. He's a method adversary. That's why he's here. He skips the long-range combat. He's got 3 in close range and a health of 5.
Okay. You said he's what type of adversary?
He's a method adversary.
No, what affiliation does he subscribe?
He is an evolutionary creature.
Evolutionary creature, you say? Well, normally at this juncture, I typically look to Detective Manners to bring out a witness that would deal with that pesky adversary. But I drew a different card that I feel like, you know what? Because it's in my hand, why don't I go ahead and spare one of Manners' tokens for the time being?
Sure.
And I'm going to play Street Contacts for 1. However, because Street Contacts has the keyword criminal investigation, Colton's game effect allows me to use one of his tokens to pay for keyword criminal investigation or bureaucracy cards.
So, Mulder, what do you think? Does this look like the work of Little Green Man?
Gray.
Excuse me?
Gray. You said green men. A reticulant skin tone is actually gray. They're notorious for their extraction of terrestrial human livers, due to iron depletion in the reticulum galaxy.
You can't be serious.
Do you have any idea what liver and onions go for on reticulum? Excuse me.
And so that is where my payment for Street Contacts is going to come. So Street Contacts, Dave, if you're not familiar, will allow me to search through my bureau deck and place any one witness card in my hand. I must show you the witness, of course, once I pull it. I have a feeling you're going to be saying bah humbug in just a moment when you see which witness I'm calling forth.
Ebenezer Scrooge?
Yep, because I have decided to bring out Dr. Blockhead.
There we go.
The episode Humbug. And for the cost of 2 resource points, Dr. Blockhead will negate 1 evolutionary creature.
There we go. Sorry, Squeezy.
Dr. Blockhead performs astounding acts of body manipulation and pain endurance.
You must be one of those rare individuals whose nerve endings don't register pain.
You just keep telling yourself that.
So I'm going to take a stab and say,
sure.
With that measly little 1, you don't have much in your hand that's going to be able to stop this investigation. Is
Not
that
this
right?
One. No.
Not this one? All right. So because
one?
my team's site investigation has proven successful, they have been awarded either a method question or a result question. I think I'm just going to play the numbers game as usual and ask a result question. Specifically, Dave, by any chance, is your X-Files result death?
I'll double check this here because, of course, everything is very small in the card and the room is dark again. The result is not death.
Not. Why am I not surprised?
Considering I picked it randomly.
Anyway, let's head into the debriefing phase. And what are you discarding, if anything?
None. I
None.
only have 3 cards.
Yeah, I've got 7 here. I'm going to just keep them all for the time being. So let's pass it back to you, Dave.
All right, I get to draw a card. Ha I'm gonna draw
free card. Everything's better when it's free.
I'm gonna draw my free card. There it is. Hey, I got something like I want to do it too. Okay, so I got that. I draw my free card, and let's see. And once again, we'll get my. We got the 2. Once again, we got 2 for Section Chief since he's still hanging out over here. I've got 1 for him, and 1 for him, and 1 for him. Look, everybody's just contributing 1. Like, what a bunch of broke guys. They're broke FBI agents, like, found in the trunk of cars. One guy's gassed out. Somebody dies in an elevator. It's crazy. It's like, what are they doing here? I'm going to actually buy 3 cards. And I will turn it over to you for whatever you'd like to do.
Thank you kindly. I'm going to just sell 1 card, and funnily enough, it was the one that sparked a very long conversation in the Facebook group this morning, Hack into Government Files. And I'll be selling that one for 5, which will take my conspiracy pool up from 5 to 10. And I think I'm going to buy 3 cards with that, which will take my conspiracy pool down to 7. Back to you.
Alrighty. I will do the same thing that you did earlier with a friend in the FBI. I think that you had a friend in the FBI out there, don't you?
Sure did.
Well, now I have a friend in the FBI out there.
Fancy that.
Yeah, I will spend my 2 to do that, and I get a whole bunch of 10 on there, so I get to use that in the future rounds. Now, I don't get that right away, do I? That seems silly.
If you're putting it out in the briefing phase, which I neglected to do last round, you can take the top 2 off of it to pay for the card, so you don't have to reduce from your resource pool to pay for it. I forgot to do that, which is why I was kicking myself, because I could have had.
I will do that instead then, and I'll put my 2 back into the vial that I already paid for with.
So you'll have 8 left on your friend in the FBI at this point.
Because I'll get them next turn. Yeah.
But that only works if you do it in the briefing phase. But
which is where we were still.
Yeah. Let's head into healing.
Healing. No one's hurt. Look at this.
No one's hurt,
guys. No one's
for
hurt.
Dead Man's Hand, they are doing surprisingly well.
They are crazy strong in this case. Let's see now. This. Oh, I'm sorry. This one. Okay, I'm gonna. Here goes the Los Angeles, California, that going out there.
There's ash in the wine from the fires in Malibu Canyon. You can almost see from here.
And then we're going to also put a... Yeah, we can put that out there. And that's a 1 for a... I forgot the hell that thing's called. So we have a Los Angeles, California that went out there. It's a Colt 5, Evidence Collection 5, and it's an affiliation or method multi-site.
Okay.
We also have... This is the Excelsius Day Convalescence Home, Worcester, Maine. Or is that Massachusetts? That's Massachusetts.
Right. Massachusetts, yep.
Yeah. Occult Investigation 5, Criminal 5, and it says you may ask one motive question or method question. If you ask the motive of security, the skill check is 4.
Excellent. I will be placing 1 bluff on each site once again. All right. You paid for the second one, right?
I did.
All right, cool. I'm going to place 1 bluff on each site. Okay. This one is going on Los Angeles, California.
Got it.
And this one is going to go on the Excelsius Day Convalescent Home.
All right. All
right, so... Let's head into investigation. How are you going to be divvying them up this time?
I'm probably going to send them all. We will send them up to LA because
LA.
They love LA. And you know what I'm going to plan on doing? I think Lamana wants to do something now.
All right, he's going to do something.
So Lamana's going to do his little ability, and I'm going to burn that thing quick here. It's
all right.
For game, the agent Lamana is part of a team investigating a site. In the investigation phase, he may have his opponent. He may force his opponent to show the cards in his hand. He may then steal any one card. He may use it immediately in the investigation. He must still pay for the card, whether you use it or not. Place it in the owner's discard pile at the end.
So, yeah, you'd only be able to take resource cards from this one. But nevertheless, just so you can see what I'm working with, I got Laser Barrier and Festival of the Hungry Ghosts.
Got it.
And now I got a hungry cat coming at me in addition to the Hungry Ghosts. So, all right, quiet. Okay, so for the resource cards, I've got an Erlenmeyer Flask, a Frohickey, Braddock Heights, Maryland, Strughold Mining Company in rural West Virginia, and a shotgun.
Well, I can't use the shotgun now, so it doesn't really help me anyway. So Frohickey is always helpful. The Erlenmeyer Flask, I forgot, that was the alien... That's
yes, it negates any card played on a team during a bureaucracy or alien investigation, which that's neither what you're working with there.
Yeah, so I think Frohicke's got
Frohickey. Yeah, that makes the most sense there. All right, so you got a Frohickey you're working with there.
I got a Frohickey, so if I need it, I can use it. If not, it's discarded.
But as you can see, yeah, I don't have any conspiracy events in my hand, so he's going to be pretty much useless. So,
I know, but it's still think it gets discarded. That's all that matters.
He still gets discarded, though. Tell me about which skill your teams are going to be be What's your prerequisite?
Evidence collection, and all of them contribute together for 7.
For 7, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke. All right, 7 it is. And at this point, I'm going to reveal the bluff that was there, and that is unnatural aging. Because it was face down, I will be deducting 4 from my conspiracy pool rather than the 5 that it costs, which is going to leave me with 3 conspiracy points. Now, unnatural aging, Dave, has a game effect of force the team to make a Sciences 4 skill check. If they fail, choose 1 agent to go to the hospital. The chosen agent permanently loses 1 health. An agent's permanent health can never be reduced below 1.
Okay.
All right, we'll send Willis to the hospital, and he has a health of 4, but it's going to be permanently reduced to 3 as a result of this
Willis
game.
has a 5.
He has 5 health? Okay. And Purdue has 4, right?
Purdue's got 4, and so does Weiss.
Okay. Actually, we'll send Weiss over to the hospital, so his health will be reduced to 3, which means it's going to take you 3 rounds to get him out of the hospital because he's a 3 health agent from this point forward. Yeah, so he's not damaged or anything necessarily.
We'll do this then. We'll throw a bunch. That's fine. Yeah, I'll take a brief visit to the hospital. I have no problem with that.
All right, so at this point, you still do have enough evidence collection to apply to this site, so you're still sitting pretty at this point. I'm going to play one more card, and that is Laser Barrier, as you saw earlier, courtesy of Agent Lamanna's effect. And because I'm playing it face up, it means I'm going to be paying 2 for it. And I'm going to play Laser Barrier to prevent 1 agent assigned to a site from contributing the agent's skills to 1 skill check. My choice that the team makes this turn. And unless you have anything to stop that, Agent Reggie Purdue will not be applying his evidence collection skills to this site.
He wants to help.
I know, he really does. He's a very nice guy. He's very...
I am not going to go there anymore. Unfortunately, I will not make that skill check, and they all have to come crawling back home.
Unfortunately, because that side investigation is failed, that means we're going to just move swiftly into the debriefing phase, the debriefing phase.
You got it.
I'm derailing myself here. Good Lord.
That's how it works. That's how it happens.
Stop it! Stop it! Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm sitting on 5 cards. I'm keeping them all. All right, let's pass it back to me. Drawing that free card.
Okay.
All righty. Oh, again, I could have used that in this past round. Okay, so now I got my free card in my hand. I'm going to take 2 tokens from Friend in the FBI, and then I'm going to add my team's 6 res to that as well. So that's going to take it up to 10. All right, and that 10, yeah, let's do 3. Over to you.
All right, I'm going to burn a Nurse Owens. I'm going to burn a 1 breath for 10. So I get 10 conspiracies. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Look at his face is on fire. Cigarette smoking man. Stop smoking. I'm going to buy...
If you recall, that actually happened in the series finale, the original one, that is.
Yeah, I'm going to buy 3.
Yet he still somehow manages to survive. I'm going to return Colton's and Spiller's resource token to them because they replenish it at the start of every round. I also drew a hard evidence with the cards that I bought, so I'm going to get that out of the way. So I'm going to add 5 tokens to my resource pool, but the card costs 2, so I'm going to add 3, which is going to take my resource pool up to 10. Let's head into healing. Again, everyone has passed their physicals with flying colors. Let's move past that. Requisition phase. Though I have that 1 equipment card, but I'm not going to be assigning that particular card.
How do you get him back? You'd have to deploy him back to the bureau anyway.
So for deployment, we're going to keep everyone out in the field. And for case assignment, we're going to be playing 2 sites. One of them is Braddock Heights, Maryland, which is a monosite with the keywords motive and bureaucracy.
What happened?
She claims she looked out the window and saw her husband in the hammock with a blonde.
That blonde?
Yeah, apparently he was only taking a nap with his dog. But Mrs. Riddick swears she looked out the window and saw her husband in the hammock with a blonde woman.
So this woman killed her husband because she thought he was cheating on her.
This is not even her husband. Her husband's a long-haul trucker. He's been out of town for the last 10 days. This is Mr. John Gilnitz. It's her next-door neighbor. She didn't even have the right backyard.
And I'm going to use Colton's token to pay for part of that and reduce my resource pool by 1 to pay for the other half of that. We're also going to be potentially sending the team to the Strughold Mining Company in rural West Virginia. This one's also a monosite, Dave, with the keywords result and sciences.
Father would have been doing here?
I don't know. I never came home wearing a miner's cap.
And I'm going to use Nancy Spiller's token to pay for part of that because it has the keyword sciences and she can pay for computer or sciences cards. And I'm going to deduct 1 for my resource pool to pay for the other half of that site. Yeah. So do you, Dave, by any chance have any bluffs you want to throw my way?
I do, and I'm sorry. What's the prerequisites again on those? I'm sorry, I was looking.
Motive and result.
Motive and result, and
bureaucracy and sciences.
Gotcha, sciences. Okay, this one on the hammock.
Yep, the dead guy in the hammock.
The dead guy in the hammock.
The big hole in his chest.
Yep, and we'll throw this one on the other one. So there we go. You got 2 of them.
Got 2. Okay, so let's use... Yeah, what the hell? Let's use Scully's 2 remaining tokens to take a look at both of those bluffs.
Look at them! Sights! Every one of them sights!
I did. Scully has no more unless I, by chance, pull a mailman in the near future, or a Nurse Owens. Nevertheless, that does certainly inform my decision for how we're going to assign them. So what the hell? Let's send them out. And got it. Okay, so let me flip these around here. Okay, we are going to be sending Nancy Spiller, Jerry LaManna, and Detective Manners to Braddock Heights. And we're going to be sending Dana Scully and Tom Colton to the Rural Mining Company. We're going to begin with Braddock Heights, Dave. And so it's a bureaucracy 4 prerequisite. And Nancy Spiller has 2. Jerry LaManna has 2. Enough to make the prerequisite. Yeah, and again, that's a motive site. What do you got for me?
You are free and clear on that.
Oh, I am. Okay, excellent. So that, again, is a motive site. Really don't think I got a whole lot of the ideology scratched off, so that seems like a good choice. Yeah, let's rule that one out. Dave, by any chance, is your X-Files motive ideology?
It is not.
It is not. Right. Okay. So that's certainly a healthy amount of X-File possibilities scratched off, but I will refrain from taking a crack at your X-Files identity on that particular site. let's see how we're going to do with this other one here. All right, so we're going to head over to the Strughold Mining Company in rural West Virginia, which is a Sciences 4 prerequisite. Scully has 3, Colton has 1, and it's a result question, should it be successful. What do you got for me, Dave?
I got nothing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Got deuce questions out of this one. All right. Wow. I'm just fired up here at this point. So
I got a bad draw that last time with the.
I guess I was kind of inferring that from those 2 sight bluffs. So yeah, that one's worth a shot. Dave, by any chance, is your X-Files result insanity?
It is not.
Good Lord. 3 questions and all of them
answers are still answers, man.
They
answers.
Are going to head into the debriefing phase now. And Dave, you gonna be parting ways with any of your cards?
Yeah, I have 3 cards. I like them.
I'm okay with the 6 that I have, and some of them may come in handy in this forthcoming round, but we'll find out shortly, won't we?
We will.
All right, draw that free card, my good man.
All right, I'm going to draw that free card. All right. That would have been helpful a little bit earlier, but right now, it's okay. So at this point in time, I'm going to get my resources. Mr. Weiss, unfortunately, is stuck in the hospital, so he's not going to contribute his measly 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's a 5th one. Okay. Yes, and I will buy 2.
As you know, I'm packing a shotgun, but I'm going to unload it now for the cost of 6, which is going to take my conspiracy pool up to 7. But I'm going to need some stuff to combat you. So of that 7...
That's right. And during my briefing phase, I get my 2 from my friend in
go
the
ahead.
guy, correct?
Yep. Yeah, we're still in briefing.
I don't use that very often. It's such a bizarre card for me to forget about.
Mulling over how many cards I want to get. Let's go with 3.
Okay. Well, healing phase now, right?
Yep.
Oh, guess what? We were going to come back into the field because
technically he comes out in deployment, but yeah.
Deployment, yes.
All right, requisition.
I'm not requisitioning.
He's not requisitioning anything. The day you do that, that will be I'll be looking up in the sky. It's like, is the sky gonna open up and things are gonna come pouring out of it?
Yeah, it's cell phones, and it's only because of Skinner and Blevins. That's the only reason.
You do hospital crash cart once in a while,
on occasion, but you can physically use that in the field.
You would think with a dead man's party, that hospital crash cart would be in there.
It might be.
Too.
I have no idea. It could be in there. Like I said, I don't know how long ago I built this thing. I don't remember these things. All right. I'm where I'm going to be. I'm in the field. So, you only got 4 now. I like.
What's that?
You only got 4 now. That's nice because now you got a couple of bluffs out there you have to worry about too. And on top of that, trying to worry about something else.
So where are we headed?
We are going to go off to Central Prison in Raleigh, North Carolina.
All right, very cool. I'm going to place an additional bluff on that one. So you got 2 bluffs.
That is fair.
On that site.
We're still going out there, so you got an additional bluff. All right.
All right.
Let's go. Let's go check it out.
Investigation. All right. So what skills are we going to be applying to that site?
This one is going to be the multi-site, so it's got occult and it's criminal, but I'm going to go and try for a motive or method, but it says if I ask a method of possession, the skill is only 4.
Okay. Is that what you're going to do?
I am going to do that.
All right. So you got a prerequisite of 4. I'm going to assume you're going criminal, right? I mean, Weiss is the only one, or not Weiss. Willis is the only one leaning on occult.
Yeah, no,
investigation.
Occult is not even in the ballpark on this one. So
yeah. So how much criminal do you have amongst those gentlemen?
Criminal amongst these is actually 6.
6. All right, not too shabby. All right, so the first bluff is Nasty Surprise. Play to add 5 tokens to your pool. adding 3 to my conspiracy pool. All right, not bad. Ready for the next one?
Sure, why not?
The next one is sinus cavity implant. Play on 1 agent to decrease that agent's res value by 1. The card is removed when a healing card is played on the agent. And all of those guys are contributing 1 res to this. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to keep picking on Weiss. Go ahead and throw that cavity token on there. Because the sinus cavity implant was face down, the cost of 1 is reduced to 0. So it's a nice little freebie we got there. I'm going to set that one off to the side with unnatural aging. You said it was a method or what?
It is going to be because, well, I said if I'm going to ask a method of possession, I only have to do 4.
Okay.
So,
just wanted to make sure that it had a keyword of method. That's just all I wanted to note. Because I'm going to play an adversary, exactly the same one you threw on me not too long ago. And that adversary, once again, is Squeeze. And I'm going to be deducting 3 from my conspiracy pool to pay for Squeeze. Once again, Dave, in case you've had too many sips and you're feeling kind of hazy over there, Squeeze has the keywords adversary, evolutionary, creature, activator is method site, of which this one is does have the keywords method in there, and the long range combat round is skipped. So, you got anything you want to negate that, or shall we go into the combat subroutine?
Nope, we're going to go ahead and negate it with an evasive maneuvers.
Evasive maneuvers, because he is non-phenomena.
What is your present location? Unit 50, go ahead.
Suspect now westbound has entered the shade of the shipworks off April Street. Unit 50 still in pursuit. Over.
I rush Unit 50, I copy. Keep me advised when you are situated.
Well done. All right, so Mr. Toombs goes bye-bye. Yeah, I got nothing else. Ask away.
All right. Well, because I actually do have the amount that I can do, I can actually go in and ask any of the questions, so either motive or method. But I already asked subterfuge, so I would have to go with violence. Is your method violence?
My X-Files method is not violence.
There we go. It wasn't, but it knocks out a whole bunch.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does. Your dead man's party is certainly holding up.
Oh, that's good for them. They're actually still kicking around and not all dead yet.
I guess you could say they're up to snuff, right? Yeah. All right, got 6 cards here. I'm inclined to keep them all. What about you?
I like my cards. I got 5 of them.
5 it is. All right, keeping them all. Let's pass it back to me then. Free card coming my way. All right, so let's generate some res. I'm going to take 2 more from Friend in the FBI, bring it up to 10. I'm also going to add the 6 from my team of dutiful agents. It's going to bring it up to 16. And I'm going to return Colton's and Spiller's RP tokens to them once again. And let's see. Of the resources I have, let's do, yeah, you know what? Let's do 9. I'll do 7 cards. Yeah, it seems like a lot, but you know what? I just want to make sure I have some good stuff here. Over to you, Dave.
I'm going to dump a smoke and mirrors for 4.
Okay.
Smoke and mirrors will get me 4 of these little buggers, conspiracy points.
Yeah.
And I will then turn around and, I don't know why I just took them out of there. I'm going to get 4 cards of my own.
Okay. Yeah, I drew a blue plate, so why don't you just get that out of the way now. Blue plate special. Play this card and flip over the next card in your bureau deck. If that card is playable this turn, you may do so for 0 cost. If you do not play it this turn, move the card to the discard pile. So it's got to be a resource card in order for it to even be playable. And, well, it is. It is a hard evidence, actually. So I'm going to be adding 5 to my resource pool because I don't have to worry about the cost. Thanks to Blue Plate Special. Not bad. If I'd known that was going to come up, I would have bought a lot more cards like I was planning to. But oh well. Okay, I'm going to play Surfing the Net for 2. However, it does have the keyword computer, so Nancy Spiller is going to pay for part of that. And so I'm only going to reduce 1 from my resource pool to pay for Surfing the Net, which, Dave, requires my team to make a computer 4 skill check, of which Spiller has 1, Lamanna has 3. So enough to make that. If successful, you, Dave, will draw the next 3 cards from your bureau deck, and then you will hold them up to the camera so I can see them. Sure. And then I will choose one of the 3 that I will claim for my own, and you'll place the other 2 back on your bureau deck in the order of my choosing.
Yeah, all right. I thought Surfing the Net was your deck, not mine.
Nope, it is my opponent's, my chosen opponent's bureau deck. But you are the only opponent, so I choose you.
Look at
Isn't that nice?
You've got a nasty surprise.
Well, you're not actually supposed to know what these are, but because we're I know. Yeah, the way we got is you hold them up and look away. But you know what? Let's just bypass this. You can know what they are. Of those ones, I'm definitely leaning towards not that one. Not that one.
I can see
you can see him. I'm going with the Langley, of course.
Langley goes where?
He goes to me. So you can put him off somewhere because he's going to go to the discard pile as soon as I use him. Unlike Lamanna, he gets to sit over in my area, and I can use him like in a later turn if I so choose. But once I decide to use it, that's when I have to pay for it. I'm going to place Langley over here underneath Surfing the Net. Now, here's the thing to note is that at this point, Langley now has the keywords event and resource applied to him. He already has event as a keyword, but now the keyword resource is applied to him. So that's how he's treated going forward, which, again, means I could use him now or I could use him in a later round, just whenever I choose. We're going to skip the healing phase because, again, everyone's in top-notch health. We're also going to skip the requisition phase because I am actually not sitting on any equipment cards at this point, none of them which have field activators otherwise. We're going to head into deployment next, and we're going to keep everyone deployed as they are. And we're going to be sending the team to Folkestone, North Carolina, Dave. That is a multi-site with the keywords bureaucracy, behavioral, affiliation, and motive. And I'm going to use Colton's token to pay for the site because it has the keyword bureaucracy. Yeah. Yeah, I turn to you for bluffs.
Alrighty, we will go with... We will throw 2 at you.
2 bluffs?
We'll throw 2.
Well, I don't have any more Scully tokens to help me out. But as you know, I do have something to help me out against bluff cards, especially. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do is we're going to move into the investigation phase. Everyone is going to this site, and we're going to be applying our bureaucracy skills to this particular site, of which Colton has 1, Spiller has 2, Lamanna has 3, enough to make the bureaucracy 5 prerequisite. Yeah. So we're good on that front. Let's see those bluffs.
Well, first one. You get the first one first, which is going to be this is not happening.
Yeah, this is not happening.
Forcing an opponent to discard 3 cards from random from your hand at random.
What was the other alien, Gray? What was it doing during all this?
He was just talking.
Telepathically?
No, in English. He just kept saying the same thing over and over again.
This is not happening. This is not happening. This is not happening. This is not happening.
You shut up already!
This is not happening. This is not happening.
Yep. I'm definitely going to negate that. Not with the Langley over here under Surfing the Net. I'm going to use one that I drew this round. So that one's going to stay over there. But I'm going to pay 2 for Langley, and he's going to negate that one bluff. So that one's out of the picture.
That's fair.
All right. What's the second bluff?
Second one is going to be laser barrier for 1.
Prevent one agent from contributing their skills to this site. And yeah, I think that, because if no matter which of my agents you choose not to contribute their skills, that will burn me. So yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and use the other Langley on that. So I'll take 2 more off of that, and Langley can go to your discard pile, and I will send Surfing the Net to the discard pile as well.
Lone gunman.
It's Mulder. Turn the tape recorder off.
Okay, it's off.
Turn it off.
It's off already.
How would you like to have on your front page the first substantiated photo of an extraterrestrial biological entity?
No way. An EBE? What do we have to do?
Just hack me some identification number.
So both my Langleys have been exhausted, and your bluffs have been negated. So what else you got for me?
That's it.
That's it.
Duh. I had 2. I had to burn those 2, but I had figured that you would kill your 1. I didn't know you had a second one in there. But
okay, so let's get to our question then. I do get to choose between affiliation and motive. I've already taken 1 shot at your X-Files motive to no avail, but this time, do I want to take another shot at it or try for affiliation? Let's say let's go affiliation on this one. Dave, by any chance, is your X-Files affiliation primordial?
It is not.
It is not primordial. All right, so 12 X-Files remaining. Not gonna do an identity question at this point. So yeah, we're gonna keep going.
All right.
I gotta get rid of 1 thing.
I am good with 6.
I will discard Aura of Invulnerability. Ready to take another crack at my X-File?
Sure. I will draw my free card because... Oh, guess what card that is? Nasty surprise. No. How did it...
right.
How did that
I knew that, too.
All right. Okay, let's get some resources at this point. I still have 2, 3, 4. I do have a 5th one. I don't have a 6th one because, well, somebody's got some problems, but I'll take 5.
Okay.
2 more. There we go. You get in that little hole over there and see, do I want any more? No, I do not. So it's over to you to do your selling.
Thanks. I'm just deciding how many I want to sell. I'm definitely going to sell Nurse Owens for 6 and Alien Discretion for 1. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it at that. So that's 7. That's going to take my conspiracy pool up to 11. Let's buy 3 cards. Back to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I did forget. I am always constantly forgetting the 2 from the
yeah.
That stupid card, I keep forgetting it's there. I'm going to use Reggie, and we're going to go get a result card.
Okay.
There you are. That's perfect. I'll take that result card, and I will shuffle my deck. Now, and also it says, let's see, add it to my hand. I don't have to do anything else. I'm also going to use Jack Willis's card, or Willis's token, to also get an affiliation card. So back into the deck.
Bank's gonna close in 5 minutes.
Sure it wasn't a bogus tip?
No, it's real. I've been on this long enough, I know the difference. Besides, I can feel it. I can feel them, I'm inside their heads.
Just as long as you keep yours.
Message received, Agent Scully. Loud and clear.
There's my deck now. My deck is now nicely shuffled. All right. That is what I did on... Now it's my turn to do stuff, right?
Yep.
All right.
Play your sites. We are in case assignment at this point.
Case assignment at this point.
Yep.
So, case assignment. First of all, we are going to play... Double check to make sure I don't already have Cumberland Prison out there. Cumberland Prison for 2.
Oh, back there again.
we're going back there. We're going to also play Olympic National Forest in Washington for another 2. We are going to also play. Where is that? Is that Stiller's Cove? Where is that? Where is that?
Strikers Cove?
Strikers Cove.
Okay.
Yep, we're going to play that for 2. There we go. That is my case.
Evidence collection.
Subterfuge, evidence collection 4, and evidence collection 4.
Yeah, so subterfuge, which...
All of them except... everybody has something. It's 5 total.
Lamana doesn't have subterfuge.
4 for you guys. Yeah, Lamana does not. No, it does not. The subterfuge is in Reggie Purdue.
He's got 2.
Yeah, Reggie's 2. Weiss is 1, and Willis is 1.
Okay. All right. I was forgetting Willis. I couldn't remember if he had subterfuge on him. I was trying to assess the likelihood that you'd be going to that one, because I do have bluffs. It's just a question of how I want to disperse them, knowing that you're probably only going to go to one of the sites. Well, it's possible. I mean, you could...
There.
How many resources? You paid for all 3 sites, right? So how many resources do you have left?
5 total.
5? Okay. So that one there. That one there.
So you're starting at Cumberland, or are you starting at...
yeah, this one is this one's Strikers Cove.
Striker, got it.
This one in the middle is Olympic National Forest. That one there. It's Cumberland. This one's Cumberland.
Awesome.
Now let's head into investigation, and I'm very, very curious to see which site you're going to be going to.
I want to go to... let's go to